we've got a random episode of a random Gerry Anderson show that we're going to watch and comment on, and it's called The Randomiser.
Probably some Gerry Anderson news, if I can think of any.
And a special feature featuring Stand By for Action 2, the concert in Birmingham.
The Gerry Anderson Podcast with Jamie Anderson, Richard James, and Chris Dale.
Hello, gang.
Hi, everybody.
And I say gang, that includes them at home, doesn't it?
You.
Our wonderful Podsterons, many of whom we saw very recently in Stand By for Action 2 in Birmingham.
Yes, what a lovely event that was.
How was that?
It was great. It feels like so much time has passed since then. I feel like it was months ago, but in fact it was only a week and a bit ago.
Yes. Well, we have some emails from people who are there and have sent in their comments, so we'll be getting to those a little later on.
Excellent.
Wow.
Much more.
That explains why you were running around with Ross most of the day.
You noticed that?
I did, yes.
I also do like, to be fair, just running around with Ross.
Yeah.
Whether we're making a featurette or not.
You were like the Dick Dastardly and Muttley of the Anderfans.
I like that.
Oh, I thought Ross was Muttley. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Anyway, now, you've mentioned it already. Shall we have some Gerry Anderson news?
I'd like nothing more.
Why not?
It is, isn't it?
It's a Gerry Anderson
News.
News.
Oh, you're so excitable, the pair of you.
Wow.
Yes, well, I've got 2 items of news for you this week.
Great.
Just 2.
Yeah.
But they're both quite juicy, I would say, as news goes.
Excellent.
Did you see our little videos on our YouTube channel and various socials of Scott Tracy around Birmingham?
Yes.
Yes.
Being a helpful chap.
Yes, saving the day, being a proper member of International Rescue.
Yep.
Well, lots of you have been asking at home, can I get that? Is that coming out? And yes, it is. In fact, it's available to pre-order now.
Great.
So
word.
it's a premium Scott Tracy cosplay uniform. It's not like those ones from years ago where you could buy them about 10 years ago. You know the ones, Chris. I'm sure you already had one.
Yeah.
They were much more kind of stag do-esque.
Yes.
Kind of thin fabric, really only
like
designed to be worn once.
Yeah.
This is much more significant, sturdy, detailed.
Great.
It's a lovely thing.
Yeah.
Makes it sound very appealing.
It is very appealing. I mean, I think I might just wear mine around the house, to be honest.
Wow. With hat?
With hat.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Can we move on? I'm not sure I like that image.
Oh.
Okay, well, we'll see. I always wonder what the hood would look like in an International Rescue uniform, and I'll soon find out. So yeah, you can pre-order that now. They are coming out, or they'll be available to ship in September. So not very long, actually. Only about 6 weeks.
And this is specifically the Scott Tracy variant with
Scott
the blue sash
only,
and the
light
trim on the
blue,
hat.
light
Yes.
blue trim, yes. And, you know, if it does all right, then maybe we'll do a Virgin in the future. Who knows? Or
sky's the limit,
others.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a lovely thing for cosplaying. If you are not, you know, a dab hand at fabricating these things yourself, then
Yes.
pick one up from shop.gerryanderson.com.
If you're not as skilled as Hannah was at the concert, who turned up in her wonderful Gordon Tracy cosplay, that was
That's very true,
spectacular.
Yeah, she did. Well, there were loads of great things. There was an
were,
aquamphibian
yes.
there. Did you see the
Yes.
aquamphibian?
No, I don't think we got any words with the aquamphibian now.
Oh no.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, another time. Also, away from Thunderbirds, but returning to the world of Stingray, if I said Marine Minutes to you...
Oh, I know, sir, I know.
Yeah, go on.
Are they a series of interstitial adventures linking the wider world of Deadly Uprising together from one story to the next?
Wow. If not, that sounds like a very good idea.
I mean, aren't they subaquatic units of measurement of time? But they're also, just coincidentally, the thing that you said.
Right. Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah, so there's 8 Marine Minutes coming out over the next few months. All live in and around the stories from the Deadly Uprising saga.
Well, that's what I said, yeah. Just use different words.
I was just
I see.
reiterating.
Elaborating, yeah.
Elaborating and reiterating.
These are performed by the Stingray audio cast, edited and produced by Mr. Andrew Clements himself. And I was in on the recording of those, and
Yeah.
they're all very good.
Nice.
Nice
You would
little
say
scenes.
that.
I would say that.
You're
Yeah,
biased.
I suppose, but
But they are lovely. And, you know, it's just another free element of the Deadly Uprising saga that means you can get further into the story, explore more of the universe, and because it uses classic footage, it kind of connects it very nicely to the original show. So there
Great.
you go. More available on YouTube in the coming weeks, including the next one.
the next one,
which is
yes.
called Network Error.
Right.
So you may have seen the first one in the interval at the concert and thought, what on earth is going on here?
Yeah.
But we can now, I think,
Yeah?
can we actually put that first Marine Minutes in the podcast?
I mean, we've got the time.
Should we do that now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's have a look at this.
Okay.
Mechanical Fish 7, calling Titanica. Come in, Titanica.
This is Titan. What have you to report, Mechanical Fish 7?
We have detected unknown sound wave on Aqua Scanner.
An enemy craft?
No, it sounds like music.
What kind of nonsense is this? Do you take me for a fool?
No, mighty Titan. It is true. It is music. Music. Must follow the music.
Mechanical Fish 7, return to your patrol route immediately. I gave you a direct order. You will obey the command of Titan.
It appears that the mechanical fish has been destroyed, Your Excellency.
I can see that, you wretched fool. I want to know why and how.
And by whom?
That goes without saying. Whoever dared to attack one of my vessels shall suffer the full measure of my wrath. There will be nowhere they can hide in all the 7 seas.
A craft is approaching Titanica. It is coming from the direction of the destroyed mechanical fish.
So, this new enemy has chosen destruction. Prepare all perimeter defenses.
Right away, my lord.
Wait! Perhaps this is an opportunity, X20.
An opportunity, yes. An opportunity for what?
Think of it. A weapon that cannot be seen, yet it was evidently effective enough to destroy one of my powerful mechanical fish. With such a weapon at my disposal, I may at last be able to rid myself of the accursed Tri-Tempest and the pathetic Stingray. Silence! This is no time for laughter. Send a message to the approaching vessel. Tell them the mighty Titan bids them welcome and says that there is much to be discussed.
Marina, Aqua Marina, why don't you say that you'll always stay close to my heart?
Well, only thing I should say is I might have to call trading standards on this because that was more than 1 minute.
I did
That
notice.
was like 5 marine minutes clumped together almost.
Yeah, so sorry about misleading you on the length there, but otherwise, very cool.
You're getting
At least
very
they-
good value for money.
And they were marine.
They were marine
Yes.
and they were
So-
multiple minutes.
yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that story immediately precedes Deadly Concerto. You'll find out more about how you can listen or watch, perhaps, Deadly Concerto in the coming weeks.
Great.
And Network Error will be out very soon, and that precedes the Titanican Stratagem.
Yes.
Which is Chris's novel.
Yes, and I'll be talking to Chris at great length about that in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay, I look forward to that.
So
But
do
for
I.
now, that's the end of this week's Gerry Anderson News.
Take it away.
That was the news. That was the news.
I mean,
that was
he
the news.
sounded like he was in pain at the beginning there, didn't he?
I see. I wasn't sure where I was going, and
No.
as I progressed, I found out that I really didn't know where I was going.
Yeah,
So-
Very creative.
Now, we've spoken about Deadly Uprising. We've
Yes.
spoken about the concert.
Yes.
Would you like to see what Ross and I got up to, what we saw, and who we spoke with at Birmingham a couple of weeks ago at the Symphony Hall for Standby for Action 2, the concert?
That sounds incredibly exciting.
Have a look at this. Welcome to wonderful Birmingham. Here we are outside the Birmingham Symphony Hall for Standby for Action 2. An amazing evening full of those classic tunes from the Gerry Anderson series that we all know and love. So let's go inside and see how preparations are going. Come with me. I'm lucky enough to be here at this free exhibition that you don't even need a ticket for. So if you were passing as the concert was on during the day on Saturday, you could have popped in here and seen this fantastic Malcolm Garrett collection. I'm very lucky to be joined by Malcolm. Now, give us a broad overview of what we've got here, Malcolm.
What we've got here is a range of artifacts that date back to me being age 5. And from that point on, I was a Gerry Anderson fan.
So this is your private collection of stuff that you've collected over the years?
This is both a combination of things that I've had from a child and things that I started to reacquire as a grown-up child.
So this supercar annual we can see here, is that from back in the day? Did you have it as a child?
Fortunately, that it's not one of the things that was back. I did have a supercar toy, which is long since lost.
So if we look along here, we can see all the annuals from Fireball XL5, over in this other case to Stingray and Thunderbirds. If you had to pick a favourite out of these two cabinets, which would it be, do you think, and why?
That's a tough one, because obviously a sort of starting point nostalgia thing would be Supercar and Fireball XL5. Stingray is sort of my favourite, because that's when I was becoming more aware, becoming more adult, I guess, rather than a kid. And then Thunderbirds, of course, is where it all exploded.
Yeah, that's right. Now, just around here, if we step around to the front here, Malcolm, we can take a look at some of these amazing toys and...
This is the fun cabinet. This is really
Talk us through it.
Well, I mean, my favourite is and she's a recent acquisition, is this Lady Penelope doll in the box. And it's... As a collector, you want all of the details, you want all the bits and pieces. So this has her a cigarette holder, which we haven't put in there, and I don't want to lose it. The recent acquisition, it was the Lady Penelope pink Rolls Royce Fab 1, which I do have my own version of that from my childhood. But I didn't have the box, so I recently acquired in its box an original Fab 1, so I particularly like that.
And there's something here that a lot of people I know watching will be familiar with, which is the blue Thunderbird 2.
Well, the blue Thunderbird 2 is obviously an anomaly, because Thunderbird 2 was, of course, green, and the Thunderbird 2 that came in that box, that dinky toy box, is there. But I also had a blue one, so the Spectrum Patrol vehicle is actually, I think, was the last toy car I bought.
Right.
In fact, I think it was bought for me for passing my exams to go to grammar school. And so it was never played with. So that's why it stayed in its original box.
Yeah. Let's go behind the cabinet here.
Yeah.
And some more from your collection. We've got some novels as well and some little figurines.
Well, the figurines are later. They're 90s. And so any of you out there want to donate things to the collection, that would be most welcome.
So now, have you read all these novels? Have
Absolutely
you
not.
To the,
No.
The albums?
No. It's because I'm a graphic designer,
Yeah.
and the look and the whole graphic flavour of these is what really inspired me.
And finally, let's move on to the last cabinet here. We're into UFO and Space 1999 territory.
This is almost the transition period, isn't it? Joe 90 was the last of the puppet only, and then you move into UFO and Space 1999, where Gerry Anderson himself, he always wanted to direct live action, and he was a bit dismissive of his own work, the puppetry. But of course, the fans weren't.
And what does it mean for you to display this to the public? How does it feel when you see the light in people's eyes as they see things they recognise?
It's fantastic, because I'm sure a lot of the audience coming today will be gentlemen of a certain age who grew up with this stuff, and so there is obviously there's a sense of nostalgia connected to it, but it's nostalgia for something that was truly remarkable and truly visionary and really inspired me.
You mentioned the collection, Jade. I think this is where you come in. How do you look after all this stuff?
So I'm representing the Manchester Metropolitan University at the moment and the special collections. So we look after this mostly in the paper store because it is quite obviously paper based. It just means being stored correctly with the correct humidity and temperature. We're quite lucky at handling collections, so a lot of students do come and get them out and have a look, especially graphic students to look at the design, and it's really used for inspiration and teaching. And with the nature of the collection, we're able to do that, so that's brilliant. More of the toys we have to store kind of separately, keep them wrapped. We do get them out occasionally, but with some of the more fragile ones, it's a little trickier. But yeah, it's making sure the collection's used, but looked after as well. A nice balance.
And how does this stuff come to you? Do you have to reach out for it, or do you rely on people like Malcolm to approach you with their collections?
It's a little bit of both. So we have people like Malcolm who donate their collections, usually affiliated with the university alumni, and then they do have some collections where they actively collect as well and look for objects. In terms of Malcolm's collection, it's quite an eclectic one. There's different branches of it, so this is a very, very small proportion.
Thanks so much, Jade. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
Watching the concert this evening?
I think so, yeah.
Great. Malcolm, you're looking forward to it?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes.
Perfect. Well, have a lovely afternoon. Have a great night.
You.
I'll see you in the auditorium later.
Brilliant. Thank you very
Cheers.
much.
Stand by for action.
Now, rumour has it that the cast for Deadly Concerto are rehearsing in the rehearsal room just down this corridor. And I think for our podcast viewers and listeners, here's a special chance to have a quick look. Come on.
Everything's happened with the music, I've said, stand by for action. We're about to launch Stingray. Reveal, I'm calling battle stations. Anything could happen at the next time round. Oh, we phase off. Enough! I say. Right, okay. And the first music cue comes in, and it's at the end of the theme tune when there's massive applause. That's when you come across.
Yeah.
You've been told. Brilliant. Massive applause.
Only that there was no activity at all near Titanica.
I guess that's mighty suspicious. That rascal Titan usually has his terrorfish patrolling the area.
That's what Troy said.
Sure sounds to me like things out there are too darn quiet. Foreboding music. Stingray. Stingray. Don't milk it. Fast.
Still no contact with the refill phones?
Oh, Troy. Our transmission's been jammed.
I knew there was something fishy going on here.
That sonar reading, it's back. And somehow, it's right behind us. It's firing a torpedo at us.
Fuck you. Dive, dive, dive! Hey, can you hear that?
It's louder. What's that crazy sound?
What? It's music. Beautiful music.
We shall leave your fate to the all-seeing, all-knowing fish of wisdom, Typho. And then no one will be able to speak for the... So you just stay there doing that. 10 minutes. So as soon as the laughter stops, you can carry on.
Les Dawson? Didn't you do this once before?
Do not question my wisdom, Tempest. As the old Turanian saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, Typho looks upon your wretched faces. If he turns his back upon you, your fate is sealed. Well, mighty God, Typho. And the music, and then you finally turn your back on us. Whenever George wanted to tell us when that is. Oh, let's face it, we cannot do that now.
Marina.
Is that me now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sorry.
think it should still be Mark, I think, because he corrected himself from the first time.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Marina. Aqua. Marina.
Why can't you whisper the words that my heart is longing to hear?
You're magic to me.
A beautiful mystery.
I'm certain to fall, I know.
Because you enthrall me so.
Marina. Aquamarina.
Why don't you say that you'll always stay close to my heart?
Hello, Richard. Oh, could I please have Paul's poster?
He's done it! It's not even 2 o'clock! Here is a signed poster from Paul Shipper. It's all yours!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm lucky enough to be joined by Fred McNamara, who you may know if you spend any time at all on the Gerry Anderson website. Fred, nice to see you. What are you doing here today?
Well, nice to see you, Richard. I'm here as part of the team helping everyone make sure they have a great time this evening, helping people know whereabouts they're coming, and in my role as website editor, I'll be doing a sort of report for the concert for the website later on.
Right, excellent. And what is your role on the website? I know you've been compiling articles and so on.
Yes, so I'm officially the website editor for official Gerry Anderson. So it's my job to basically write loads of articles that tell you all why Gerry Anderson shows are the best.
Well, I mean, we all know why, don't we? But perhaps there's 1,000 reasons.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about your books as well. I know many people at home will have read at least one or two of them. So what have you published so far, and do you have anything coming up?
Gosh, yeah, so I've been writing about Gerry Anderson shows for the best part of a decade now, which is kind of how I got where I am now. It's not every day that Gerry Anderson comes into your inbox and offers you a job. Couldn't say no. But in terms of books, I've got a few books to my name. You may know Spectrum is Indestructible, which is all about Captain Scarlet. It's kind of like a book-length review of the series. Each chapter is like an episode-by-episode breakdown of the series. There's Anderson's Supersonic Centuries, which is like a follow-up to that. That's kind of a sort of essay, one-man essay anthology looking at all the Gerry Anderson shows, pretty much. More recently, you may know me for Flaming Thunderbolts, the definitive story of Terrorhawks, which came out earlier this year.
Great.
I'm lucky enough to help out with the comic anthologies as well. We did the Terrorhawks comic anthology earlier in the year. Currently putting together the Stingray comic anthologies too, and I do my own little blog all about Gerry Anderson comics over at Sequential 21 if you're interested in that.
Amazing. Now, is there a particular tune you're really looking forward to tonight at the concert?
Probably the Zero X theme.
Excellent. I'll see you in there.
Very good, and you.
Thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Richard.
Now, this place might look empty now, because it is, but later on it will be full of Anderson fans and Podsterons for a special VIP meet and greet event. They'll be standing in front of this fantastic board here for their selfies, and then, follow me, come on, keep up, Ross. Over here we have tables where the signings will take place. I think we have the likes of Jon Culshaw joining us, Nicholas Briggs, James Swallow, author, and even, yes, it's true, Chris Dale himself, who's already taken his seat ready for the signing. So those lucky enough to have bagged themselves a VIP ticket, but also bag themselves a goodie bag.
A Stingray 60th anniversary goodie bag, yes, as you can see on the lovely Stingray 60 Years logo. Would you like to see what's in here?
Would I ever?
Okay, well, since you put it like that, we have several items of interest in here. Mm-hmm. Firstly, we have your concert programme.
Ah, yes,
very
good.
Important, yes. Yep. So we also have in here the Thunderbirds Danger Zone board game, card game even.
Hours of fun for the family.
Hours of fun, yes. Everybody who gets a goodie bag will get one of those. Mm-hmm. We have a Stingray audio drama, Stingray Terror Fake.
Oh, lovely.
Starring the likes of Marc Silk, Wayne Forester, Nick Briggs, Jules De Jongh, Mr. Ben Page. It's the whole cast.
Well, very good. I was waiting for just a little addendum there, but nothing came.
No, nothing else, no. We also have we've not assembled this, but this is the cardboard Scott Tracy hat. You may remember we previously had a Virgil Tracy hat, which was a yellow lining. Now, we're in the changes, it's blue.
Collect them all.
It's the day of the Scott. And finally in here, we have a lovely Stingray art print.
Oh, that's lovely.
This is the cover from the upcoming Stingray Comic Anthology, Volume 1, and it's marked at the bottom there with the Stingray 60 Years logo. So that's what you're getting in here.
Right. Can I have all that then?
No. Oh. Well, you can steal one on the way out. I don't think anyone's going to notice.
Thanks. Well, now, it's always interesting talking to Gerry Anderson fans, so let's see if we can find someone to talk to here. Excuse me. Oh, hey! Oh, look, it's Jamie Anderson. What are you up to there?
Well, I'm making an International Rescue hat, Scott Tracy hat.
Now, Jamie, here we are at 20 to 3.
Yes.
How are things going for this evening's concert?
They're going very well, actually. I've just been listening to the rehearsal. I've heard some Supercar and some Fireball and some Sun Probe, and it's sounding amazing.
And, of course, we have Deadly Concerto to look forward to.
Oh, well, you were there for the rehearsal of that nonsense.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I am utterly thrilled with how that's come together, but I'm sure our stars are going to mess around on stage quite a lot.
Never. What, Nicholas Briggs and Wayne Forester?
And Marc Silk, he's the worst.
Right. Now, can you reassure our listeners and viewers at home that if they haven't been able to come to Birmingham to see the concert, there will be other ways to view it and take part at a later date?
I'm very sorry you've missed out.
Oh, right. Anyway, that's the end of the interview.
No. There's going to be a soundtrack and a DVD and a Blu-ray, and they'll be ready in about 8-9 weeks' time from today. So, yes, you can pre-order them right now.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Right. See you later.
Bye.
Oh, and here we have Hannah. Hannah's very busy looking at a Space 1999 book. Hello, Hannah. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Do you mind if I just have a few words with you on camera?
Yes, of course.
Now, you're one of our most active podsterons on our Facebook group, making costumes, drawing pictures. What is it about the Gerry Anderson universe that you love so much, do you think?
I don't know. I think it's difficult to explain it. I think it's maybe the creative imagination behind it all.
Yeah.
It's a place to escape
Yeah.
from reality. It's just a lot of fun. That's the best way to describe it.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to hearing in the concert tonight?
I think it'll have to be Zero X theme.
Right, good. Well, I hope you have a great time. We'll see you later, Hannah. See you in there, okay?
To it.
Great.
Thank you.
See you later. Well, here we are outside the main auditorium. We're just in time for this afternoon's rehearsal for the orchestra. I can hear the swell of music from the stage, so let's go and take a look. Part 2 next week.
Wow.
So you saw how we saw the rehearsals in the green room there.
Yes.
Chris and I in the VIP room emptying the bag.
Yes.
Well, next week you see that room stuffed to the rafters with celebrities and people queuing to get their autographs.
Oh, lovely.
We'll also see the orchestra rehearsing on stage.
Yes.
Have a little look at the shop as well. That was selling some interesting items while we were there, and chatting to a few more podsterons about their experiences of the
Lovely
concert.
stuff, yeah.
Fun, eh?
Excited. Well done. What a lovely package you've got there.
Now, talking of podsterons, they have been emailing once again in their droves. What's the address, Chris?
Podcast@gerryanderson.com.
Excellent. Would you like to read out some emails?
Yes. Yes, I would.
This is the voice of the Podsterons.
Kick us off then, Chris.
I'll kick us off
Yeah,
then. Well,
go on then.
I've got the first one. The first one falls to me, and I've
Yes.
got it, and here it is
Oh, come
now.
on then.
Okay, I'm doing it. Hi guys, I hope you've all recovered from Standby for Action 2. What a great show. What a
Yeah.
fun weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you to all and to everyone involved in making Standby for Action 2 happen. It was wonderful and I really enjoyed myself. I have so many highlights, but hearing the music of Gerry Anderson shows played live by an orchestra was just incredible. I also really enjoyed Deadly Concerto. Would you consider doing a reading or performance like this again in front of an audience?
Oh, interesting.
Discussions have begun.
Have they? What's he looking at me like that for?
That's a bit sinister.
Yes, isn't
all
it?
right.
Don't think I like that.
If you're going to deny all knowledge of this thing that we were talking about earlier.
Discussions have been considered.
Considered.
How's that?
Wow.
That's even better.
Okay.
Don't get your hopes up, even though I've just got them up. I love how fun the audiobooks feel on the recordings, and this fun was really apparent in the cast during the performance.
Yeah.
I'd love to see another one. The whole cast was fantastic. Wayne Forester and Ben Page were hilarious, and Aquamarina was a beautiful surprise. Wasn't that wonderful?
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
evening was over far too soon, but I had an absolute blast. A massive shout out to all the lovely Podsterons, Anderson Entertainment crew, and folk who I met and who I've had a lot of laughs with over the weekend. I didn't get to say hello to everyone, but hopefully next time. I've had the best weekend. Thank you all, and I'm looking forward to the next time. And that is from Peach.
Paige, who I didn't get to see.
No, I
can't
didn't
believe
see
I missed
Paige.
Paige.
Well, I almost didn't get to see Peach. Peach left me a very nice present at the Anderson shop.
She what?
Yes. I was very, very touched to receive this present, I have to say.
All right.
And we've got a photo of it that we're going to put up here.
What's
look
that?
At that. That is a beautiful and very tasty bag of Haribo. You can just see it peeking out of the wrap there. There's this other thing behind it.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't think we need to go into too much detail.
No, but what is that,
is.
Chris?
That is the
That looks like-
Torchy gift book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Right. What a gift.
I will certainly find a table that needs it propped up with. Yes. But seriously, Peach,
fire
thank
that
you
needs
very
lighting.
much. That was lovely.
I'm sort of glad we didn't see Peach. Now, who knows what she would have given us?
So many people who were there that we didn't get to say hello to because there were so many people there.
I know.
Yeah. I have to say also, Pen Quiller gave us some lovely mugs. I need to present you with your mug
Yes,
later on.
thank you for
Thanks,
that.
And a very special thank you to Robert Casti for giving me my Officer Orange 30 years of service for Devonshire City Police Department.
God, you didn't show that off at all.
Gold Space Precinct Police Cruiser on a plane.
You had that on your signing table.
Yeah,
That
which
was
is
lovely.
now in my living room. Becca says, Dear Jamie, Richard, Chris and team, this is just to say how much I enjoyed the Standby Fraction concert at Birmingham Symphony Angel Hall. Just when we all thought 2022's Standby Fraction concert couldn't be beaten, everyone pulls out all the stops. For me, the highlights were the Zero X theme, Kate Kestrel's SOS, and of course, Deadly Concerto. Looking forward to more Stingray audio dramas for the show's 60th anniversary. It was wonderful to see all the lovely podders again. They were absolutely fantastic, and Willow did a sterling job wrangling us all. She
Well
did.
done, Willow.
Yep. Furthermore, it was amazing to meet a few of the show's stars, including Ben Page, who performed Stingray so ably. He's getting a lot of love, isn't he?
He is, yeah, well, quite right too.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Marc Silk, Wayne Forester, and the legend that is Jon Culshaw, plus Chris and Jamie themselves.
We don't quite achieve legend status, but we're working on it.
Yeah, up there, I would say.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for being involved with such a truly exhilarating show. Will we see a Standby for Action 3? Many thanks, Becca.
It's a bit too soon.
Is
It's
it?
too soon?
It's like when you've just given birth and people say, when's the next one?
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I've ever given birth.
No, but then that is how it
Yeah.
goes, isn't it? Immediately after you go, oh, never again. And then
Yeah.
after a little while you go, oh, it was so lovely though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but that time has not passed.
Okay.
Yet, so- No, not right yet.
not right
Sorry.
now. Okay, there we are, Jamie. There's a comment from YouTube there for you.
From .Louis4863.
Yeah, here we go.
One and
Numbers.
only.
This was John Joe 90 Relative Danger. Yes.
Yeah, your favourite.
Just sat through this, and it could have been built up to lengthen the urgency of drama, like the drill breaking and having to get another one from a way away.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's a good idea.
I've only been underground in a lava cave.
Oh.
Okay. And as it hadn't been long since a mining disaster in Australia where 2 injured miners were trapped, our expedition leader told us to turn off our headlights and sit in absolute darkness for 2 minutes and imagine how it would have been.
Scary.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Longest 2 minutes of my life. And complete darkness, wondering how you would survive if you had been in the cave, not knowing how long your air supply would last,
Yeah.
or how good the air even was. The air is different underground, and at one point I felt like it was really stuffy and I couldn't breathe freely. So there's a real life drama.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's much more entertaining than the Joe 90 episode
I
we
don't
watched.
think we got any of that drama from Joe 90, did we? I'm afraid.
I think you're right. Yeah, a bit more jeopardy would have come
So
in
you're
useful.
saying if we cut off his air supply, that might have helped him a bit? Yes?
All in favour, say aye.
Yeah, I'm sure you would be, yes. All for now. Keep them coming in, though. We'd love to see your thoughts and comments, and also on the YouTube channel. Remember to rate and share us with all your friends and give us some thumbs up and subscribe and all that. So all your friends can watch us too. But in the meantime, keep them coming in. Podcast at jerryanderson.com, and we'll read them out next time.
Great.
Now, chaps, time's getting on. I'm afraid I have to be elsewhere.
What?
So if I could...
We can just leave?
Why don't you just press the randomizer button, and we'll see what episode you're going to watch, and I'm going to skedaddle and leave you two to it.
Why don't you press the button as you're going? You
All right.
may as well choose what we get to watch.
It's a dream come true. In 3, 2, 1... Okay, here we go. Oh, it's not going to be Super Mario Nation. Oh, into the 70s. Damn it.
Okay.
It's one of my favourite series, and I have to go. Anyway.
Oh dear, but it's only series 2.
So it
I
doesn't
say
count.
only, I like series 2.
Yes. Chris Dale, tell us everything about Space 1999 in 10 seconds or less. now.
There's 311 men and women on Moonbase Alpha, and one day the moon gets blown out of orbit by a really big nuclear explosion. Then they're off into deep space, meeting aliens and stuff, and they're trying to find a new home, and it's really good.
Great. 10 seconds. Bang
Spot
on.
on.
Yay.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Well done, Chris. Excellent.
It's really good.
It's really good.
Good ending.
Well,
Stuff.
let me know how it goes.
Okay.
And, I'll see you later.
Bye then.
Bye.
Well, it's a very different opening.
It is indeed, yes. I kind of like it, really. I think my favourite part of it actually is the very first notes. That I like that bass line for some reason. Yes, there's a nice driving energy to that.
It is, and the Space 1999 lyrical
Yeah,
melody from Derek Wadsworth.
absolutely. There is a bit coming up where I feel it kind of goes off the rails a bit. Yeah.
This bit. And then this weird connecting bit. Now.
Oh. It does make it hard to reproduce in like cover versions and concert performances.
Well, I
and
think
so
they did
on,
very well for Standby Fraction 2,
yes,
Chris.
of course, yes.
So
So
there you
here
go.
we are at the back end of Series 2. This is 4 episodes from the end of the show's production run.
Dr. Helena Russell recording.
And this is also the only episode of the series in which Martin Landau does not appear at all.
At all?
He's off somewhere. They're going to explain where. Eventually.
John Koenig is in the North Quadrant investigating a belt of asteroids which gives some hope of colonization.
Oh, really?
That sounds like a really good use of his time.
Yeah, that's where he
Find
should
somewhere
be.
that's even worse to live on than Alpha. Let's dismantle everything on this rock that we have now to go and live on a series of small rocks. I don't get it.
No.
And this is a Croton spaceship.
Our Eagles are just Model T's compared.
Is it?
It is, yeah. Not like the Crotons from Doctor Who.
Heading?
But the Crotons from Space
The Crotons from Space 1999, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
How do you feel about the Year 2 Command Centre?
I like it. I think I've watched this show for so long now that I've sort of compartmentalised Year 1 and Year 2 as different things. I don't compare it to the first year, which obviously is a spectacular set.
Another severely injured.
Zahala, is it?
Sahala.
Sahala.
Permit me to touch down.
Played by Jill Townsend, who had previously been in the Protectors two-parter. Yes.
Chris, you're a font of knowledge.
I know. She was Prentice Hancock's partner in crime.
Yeah.
Transmitting the universal plague signal. That is true.
Which is a sound effect that's probably been used in other episodes for non-plague related things.
Yeah.
Wow.
So her ship's transmitting a universal plague signal which would have been designed on Earth. So is she supposed to be a
Well, it's just universal. Everyone in the universe knows this. And of course the Alphans do because, I don't know.
I didn't think we'd had... I'm not going to get too deep into this, but I didn't think we'd had alien contact in the first series of 1999.
Oh, yeah.
Had we?
Yeah, lots of aliens, yeah.
No, but like pre-breakaway.
Oh, pre-breakaway.
So then when would the universal plague signal been designed?
I get the impression that it's something that came along after they left orbit and some passing alien said, oh, by the way, that noise over there, universal plague warning. Don't go near there.
Okay, thank you for solving that.
Yes.
So she's got something bad going on her ship.
Something very bad going on her ship, yes.
It's a lovely model, though.
It is nice, yes.
Alan, take Maya. Go meet the landing.
It's landing vertically. It's a proper rocket rather than a cruiser or similar.
A VTOL.
It's quite unusual for this show, that's right, yeah.
Oh, it's very weighty.
At the boarding level.
Ah, yes, we have to get the spaceship down far enough to connect our boarding tube, which of course will always fit, no matter what alien.
The universal docking tube.
Yes. Universal contamination suits.
Yeah.
Apart from the skull fracture, she's lost a lot of blood.
We have an injured lady aboard the spaceship.
We must. How did it happen? We have a criminal on board.
Very odd camera movement going on.
My mission was to deliver him to...
That's the movement of the travel tube.
I see. Of course it is. Still a bit odd.
I like that, though. And I like that they don't just rely on the light going past.
Yes, but we now have him safely in isolation.
So, there's a criminal on the spaceship. We have an injured lady. And some ominous music.
She'll go right to our medical center.
Decontamination.
This is an episode that features quite a bit of Alan Carter.
Oh.
Oh no! They shot Maya!
That was naughty.
Why would they do this?
What have you done? What I had to do.
Shot her. Yeah, she had to do it.
So she had a mission to shoot Maya,
Well,
apparently.
She shoot on sight, yeah. She's standing there minding her own business. Can't let that pass.
That was a really long intro before the credits.
It was quite long for the second season. Yeah, normally the second season they kind of get right to the point.
A bit more snappy, yeah.
Oh, even the beepy thing won't bring her out of it. And here's one of my favourite introductions to a character in the second season. The chap watching the lights reflected in the console here. Oh no, the plastic thingy isn't helping.
Oh no.
Not a thing.
There's no sign of any decay, just some form of suspension.
I've never seen anything like it.
I've been a doctor in this series for 20 seconds and I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, this is the introduction of Dr. Ed Spencer, played by Sam Dastor, who is the last of the revolving door deputy medical officers on this show. It's just such a way to introduce a character that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Oh dear. But Tony is obviously very cross.
Of course she is. Of course he is. But so she's anti-Psychon, essentially.
Well, she has good reason to be, yes, as we'll find out.
Come out of this. Then you walk it
There's some prime examples of acting in this episode.
Tell me anything. Tony, give her a chance. Alan, she gets nothing.
Oh dear. That's what you get for shooting his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. I'll be with you in a second.
Okay. Oh, Nick Tate being very serious there.
Yeah. But this is something that I like in the second season with the way they present Alan Carter. He's normally the most understanding with any aliens that appear on the base.
Yeah. It's just admire me.
The compassionate
evil
pilot.
Not always, but it happens enough that it's a nice, refreshing take on the character.
The Croton system is made up of many peoples and many planets, of which my planet Norva was one. For thousands of decons, it has been cultivated.
Decons. Federation, yes.
Psychon. Is that a member?
We didn't know of its existence until the arrival of one named Dorzak. He came in a spaceship with other Psychons, begging for refuge, stating that his own planet was about to be destroyed.
Have a bit of continuity here.
I knew that some of her people left Psychon before it blew up, but she never knew if they ever made it to another star system.
Going back to the events of the first episode of the second season, where Maya's planet got blowed up.
How unusual to have any continuity in the show.
Well, yeah, there's been little mentions here and there. I think they mentioned in one episode her brother was among those who left before it was destroyed.
You got something out of balance. Maya is no virus.
You don't know Psychons like we do.
The Crotons have had a bit of a problem with the Psychons by the sounds of things.
Clearly.
People who had been at peace for thousands of years.
But you said Dorzak's the prisoner on the ship.
Yes, we developed a weapon to defeat him, and the psychology to use it.
Well, the weapon you used against Maya.
The Staser.
Staser?
Staser,
very
yes.
good.
Help me.
If Maya doesn't recover,
you are out on your ear.
A weakness against Dorzak. I can bring her back.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you get Tony.
Easily done. It's just an on-off button.
Got to reverse the polarity.
Indeed, yes. And we do have a Doctor Who guest actor coming up in this episode as well.
Perfect.
See if you can spot him when he arrives.
Oh.
The Staser.
I feel the pressure now.
Yeah.
Can you convince him to trust me?
that'll prove you wrong, Tony.
It's tough to, just hand her back the weapon.
Well, yeah, she might do something even worse with it.
Yeah, she's a very naughty lady, as we've already established.
And I do like the fact that Landau isn't here for a while. I don't feel with this episode that you actually miss him, which is odd considering he's always the star of the show. Because you've got so many other regulars and semi-regulars hanging around.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
How do you feel?
And this goes back to something that we mentioned the last time we watched Space 1999 in Matter of Life and Death.
Yes.
When Helena had been knocked out, they put the medical pajamas on her
Oh, yes.
And they've done it with Maya here as
Someone's
well.
undressed Maya and redressed her.
We couldn't just give her medical attention without changing the clothes
Yes.
for some reason.
Well, she wouldn't look like a patient then, would she?
Yeah.
Now, wait a while.
Get her away from me! Take it easy, Maya.
All right, I want her back in detention.
So Maya's not too happy to hear that this lady has had some experience with other Psychons.
Yeah.
A guard outside her door at all times.
Preferably a competent one. I know my security force, they're not up to the job.
Yeah.
Maya, listen to me. One of the spaceships that escaped from Psychon before it blew up, it made it to the Croton system.
That's wonderful.
As far as she knows, she's the last living Psychon.
They caused grief when they got there. It seems one of your people, Dorzak. Dorzak?
That's a brilliant double take there.
He tried to take over.
No, she's lying.
Well, she says that he incited an insurrection on her planet Nova.
Oh, she's lying, I tell you. Dorzak was a philosopher, a poet. He was a man of peace.
Was?
Change? Well, the claim...
And again, this is in keeping with what's gone before with Maya, is that she seems determined to see the best in everybody. Most notably her father, who was up to all sorts of naughtiness without her knowledge.
Yeah.
Tony, I want to see him. Please take me to him.
And there we have our Doctor Who big name guest star. Do we recognise him?
No.
No?
No, who is it?
What? No, not the Mind Probe.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's Paul Jericho.
Goodness me.
Yeah. And what else can you say about Paul Jericho except not the Mind Probe?
The Mind Probe.
Yes. Yes, he did do other things.
Yes, how funny that he should be in an episode where Maya is done in by a staser and where he and Doctor Who gets killed by a staser.
Yes, good thinking. Yeah.
The staser connection.
Yes. Oh, there's a Big Finish audio there for you.
Origins are different, but you are very easy to be with, and you are kind.
Well, that's because you're easy to be with.
There's only one way to repay you for your kindness. By continually warning you of the danger.
This is the Alan Carter romantic subplot.
Great.
I think it's the only one he really gets in the series.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Even though he's one of the heartthrobs.
Exactly, yeah.
Relationships.
You don't know Maya.
I don't know Maya, but I do know Dorzak. Even in stasis, he's dangerous.
Stasis?
Stasis. Very American pronunciation.
And yet a staser.
Yeah.
Rather than a staser.
Stasis. Ooh.
Logical attack. But even...
So this whole time, they've had Dorzak imprisoned on the yellow ship.
Well, the trouble began...
Or is he not with them?
Well, he arrived on their planet with the other Psychon
Yeah.
refugees and caused a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
So now they're taking him to incarceration somewhere else.
Yeah. But he's still on the yellow ship right now.
He's still in the cell, yes. Yes. And now we have a flashback.
Great design there.
That's very 70s, yes. And even though they're very close to the end of the series here, I don't get the sense that this is sort of cobbled together from bits and pieces that have gone before.
No, it looks quite expensive.
Yeah. It's lovely Keith Wilson design work here.
Yeah. It's just gloriously 70s, that. Shapes, the lighting, the furniture, everything.
And we have an all-female crew.
Ah. Very tired all-female crew.
Yes, well, they've been guarding this prisoner all day.
Claire was on watch when things began to go wrong, and she was unfortunately not as strong as Yessa and myself against the fatal influence of Dorzak, even as he lay in stasis.
It's the question why we recruited her to this take Dorzak somewhere else mission. This is, I think the actor's name is Lee Montague, playing Dorzak. And I think the costume he's wearing is possibly a Brian Blessed hand-me-down from the first episode of the year when he was playing Maya's father. If not, it's very similar.
Good bit of recycling.
Yeah.
What's she doing? Why is she stroking him?
Well, because he's influencing her.
The power of Dorzak, of course.
Yeah, even while he's in stasis.
Gosh.
Computer to crew. Computer to crew. I wish to communicate.
And of course, he's very handsome, and all the ladies want him.
Of course. With
in
those
his own
lovely
mind.
Rice Krispie eyebrows.
Yes.
Who could resist?
A rogue asteroid.
I love the computer as well, those kind of glowy, flashy cables.
Former moon from planet Earth.
And this voice, I believe the actor's name is Marc Smith. He was the voice of the Beta Cloud in the show previously. He narrated a couple of the Super Space Theatre trailers. And he's in Hitchhiker's Guide. He is Matt Zimmerman's partner, the two policemen, in that show. Have you ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide?
I have.
Yes.
Wow.
So there's
Chris,
always
all these
connections. I know.
I'm still most excited by the Stacey connection. So.
Yeah. Oh, handsome devil he is.
He's, yeah.
So the ship has detected that there's Alpha. And Dorzak is now going to use this to his advantage. Somewhere he can break free.
Reporting a fault in the long-range communicator. The fault lies
Quiet!
Okay.
Oh, those pictures aren't straight. Right, so she's completely under the influence of Dorzak.
Yeah. So now she's got to wake him up. I don't think it quite requires the action scene music.
No.
But hey ho, it's not very exciting to look at otherwise.
Yeah, I guess they were trying to elevate it. There's not a lot happening.
But the music says otherwise. And he's back. This has got to be one of the comfiest looking spaceships in the entire run of the show.
Yeah.
All of the very plush sofas and such, they remind me a bit of the flight deck of the Liberator in Blake 7. They were all on couches and sofas and things.
There are 300
Well, the future would be comfortable, wouldn't it? Why
you'd
does it
hope
have to be
so,
austere
yeah.
and all hard benches and stuff? I wonder what animal that big fur bed came from.
Oh, dear.
You have in mind?
We could take over the ship and use their...
Croton yak or something.
Yeah.
The others?
I thought that you could eliminate them, after the Psychon fashion.
Why are you doing this for me?
Oh.
Because you're so gorgeous. Oh, that is basically what they're doing
I know.
anyway.
My wonderful Claire.
Oh, oops.
Oh,
Down
phew.
again.
Oh, no.
Whoops, Daisy.
That is the best oh no acting I've seen in any Anderson series.
Come. How did it happen? I don't know.
And I'm pretty sure this is one actress dubbing both of these characters. The voice sounds very similar. That's it. Leave her alone, knowing that he's just taken control of her.
Yep, and without the force field on, all the doors shut.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I was buying into this before, but this is going on a bit now, this flashback.
Yeah. Well, it's about to get violent, if you like.
Oh, absolutely.
Violence,
That'll bring me right back.
People hitting each other with polystyrene. Oh, no.
That was such a limp hit.
Oh, no.
What?
To take over the watch in the normal way, yes, they had nearly bled to death.
Oh, it was a very, very sharp blow with that polystyrene.
It was a light caress.
Yes. Which has left her with a skull fracture.
Okay.
The guilt was too much for her to bear. She threw herself out into space.
Right.
And that's when I changed course to ask for your help.
Because I figured it couldn't get any worse.
Yeah.
She would like you to bring Sahala to him. Where is he? At the docking port, waiting to enter the Croton ship.
Is the Psychon Maya with him?
Yes.
You see, it begins.
She thinks Maya might turn against the rest of the Alphans.
It's protocol, Maya. We don't go aboard a visiting spaceship unless we have permission from its commander.
Even if she's obviously trying to deceive us.
Right.
When did they introduce that rule?
It's a protocol I've just invented,
yes. I didn't see that in the Moonbase Alpha Technical Operations Manual.
I think we must have missed that.
Yeah.
We would like permission to board your ship.
No. No. Okay.
We can talk to Dorzak.
You cannot talk to him. He's in stasis.
You can bring
Stasis.
for us to ask him a few questions. You should be anxious to cooperate if you were telling the truth.
She is. Why don't you listen to her?
If I am lying, why is Dorzak a prisoner?
And I do like a bit of bickering, a bit of friction among these characters, these regulars.
Twist a lie to
A
resemble...
bit more believable.
Let us talk to Dorzak. We'll know the truth soon enough. Just you get him out of stasis.
Too dangerous.
Look, there is a witness that can tell us what happened. She's in the medical center yesterday.
She is still unconscious. It's safer to wait till she regains consciousness. We don't know that she ever will.
Sahala, I don't want to board your...
Very severe blow. She's got a bit of polystyrene in her ear. We can't quite get it out. Oh no. She's got magic fingers.
It's on kill.
She's so naughty, that lady.
She's very naughty. She doesn't.
They
mean
know
to
they
be.
can't trust her.
She's just desperate. Yeah. So.
Mr. Verdeschi, will you move from the entry hatch?
The Castellan has not proven himself a very good Moonbase Alpha security guard.
No, he blew it.
Yeah. Again.
What's she doing? I was going to say...
I don't know. Yeah, I don't quite know what her plan was at that point.
Could easily have been jumped at any point there.
Attention.
But she's got magic fingers, hasn't she?
She's got magic fingers.
She could still
do
poke them.
whatever she wants, but yeah.
Right.
One guard should be able to handle the lady with the magic fingers. I don't think we see her do that anywhere else in the story. So.
They just needed it there for a little bit of added tension.
Yeah.
She has got to me.
Oh, Alan.
Impressive place. Yeah. Crotons are obviously very cultured people.
I'm also trying to work out, because this is vertical takeoff and landing.
Yep.
So this would be at the base or the middle of the stack. I wonder if there's a up above or below, how they get there.
So when the ship is flying, they are at an angle to the rest of the
Yeah.
vessel. Yeah. Maybe it's like Thunderbird 1, and the whole thing just kind of changing to horizontal flight.
Yeah, it's nothing we have to worry about. The whole floor's on a gimbal.
Yes.
What do you think? An electronic bug?
And this will come into play later on.
Maybe some kind of charm.
It's a little thingy.
I'll get technical to check it out.
Right. Do we ever establish what the heads are? The sort of bearded head design?
It's left to work that out for ourselves.
Okay, just a croton symbol of something or other.
Well, Keith Wilson had some head-shaped transfers that needed to be stuck to something. I don't know. There he is.
He doesn't look much of a menace there, does he? Well, he sleeps easy for somebody who perverts minds.
He doesn't pervert minds. More than likely, the Crotons were so impressed by him that they were drawn to him.
How could you not be? He is
kissy.
He's quite handsome, yes.
The Crotons were oppressing the people, and he was opposing them. Of course, they'd send him into exile. Then Sahala could be telling the truth, at least about what happened on the ship. Well, a version of the truth, anything to keep us from reviving him.
What if Sahala is telling the whole truth about that man?
And nothing but the truth.
Exactly, yeah.
It would be dangerous to revive him. Tony.
I'm not sure we ought to take that risk.
But he's a wonderful man. I know him. You knew him, Maya, on Saigon. You know nothing of him since he left.
Maya seeing the best again.
Yeah, poor Maya.
What would Koenig do if he was here?
That is the question, yes.
Can bring Yesta back to consciousness.
And it's strange, I don't see how you would fit Koenig into this episode. All of the regulars seem to have a specific role within the story.
Yeah.
The one who wants to free him, and several doubters, and so on.
I think I can...
Obviously, a lot of Koenig's dialogue probably went to Tony.
Yeah.
Yesta's story.
And do we assume that Martin Landau has something else to do?
He was filming another episode at the same time as this one.
Oh, back-to-back job.
If what Sahala said is true...
Well, even if her accusations are true,
So he was running around on a jungle planet being chased by the ladies in the red leotards with the whips.
Right.
Yes. As, I'm sure he was having a whale of a time.
Yeah.
First phase is to relieve the cortical pressure caused by the compound fracture.
Guess we've been successful.
That polystyrene's done a lot of damage.
It really was, yeah. It's...
Yeah. What do you make of this?
Yes, this is a key plot point. It's another little thingy.
Oh, it looks like the thing they found.
Yeah.
Deliberate implant of some kind.
It'll have to come out. It's involved in the wound.
Let's do some brain surgery on an alien that
we don't know
seen
anything
before.
about the brain.
Yeah, why not? It's not like a space precinct, how was I supposed to know his brain was in his armpit?
Yeah.
Everyone, all the aliens in Space 1999 just seem to be human for the most
Pretty
part.
much.
Which is...
Well,
it's
humans
kind of
or
interesting.
rubber monsters.
Yes. Yeah, by this point. Yeah. Or flesh-eating octopuses. And we've gone in through the ear. And there we go, we got it. Clean as a whistle as well.
Yeah.
Save that for later.
Tests on this head, please.
Run some tests. Okay.
Yes, Eleanor.
Yes, he'll be out of the anesthetic in a few minutes.
Okay, I'll be
We
right.
haven't finished the brain surgery. We didn't give her enough anesthetic.
Stand, Tony.
Let's go, Alan. Get Sahala to medical center.
Don't let her jab you in the tummy this time.
Again.
He's got a very sensitive stomach.
Okay.
Obviously, Maya, who sees the best, and everyone can be trusted here to not do anything silly.
It's something I kind of wish they'd made more of over the course of the show's run, the fact that Maya is an alien and maybe she would be inclined to side with other aliens at times like this. She just wants someone from her race to not turn out to be a complete jerk.
Yeah.
Dorsak.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Oh, yeah.
It is Maya, isn't it?
We were at the academy together.
But how are you here in this Croton ship? I thought you were dead.
I survived the destruction of Saigon. The only survivor. We thought all of you were dead.
And as much as people knock the second series, I do like the continuity of whenever mention of her homeworld comes up. She's always clearly still in pain. It's like, oh.
It's just, oh no.
Yeah, you just want to give her a hug. It's all right.
I thought you came to rescue me, Maya. Am I still a prisoner then?
Not for long. Sahala, the commander of this ship.
Sahala. That evil being. What lies has she told about me?
Me, who am so trustworthy and loyal, not villainous at all.
Goes on with integrity, it's Yester.
I think that's probably one point against this episode, is that there is no disguising the fact that he is so obviously a villain.
Yeah.
Tell me of yourself, Maya.
Making the ladies kiss him.
Which isn't to say it's a bad performance or anything. It's just...
No.
You can't really have that is he, isn't he discussion when we know from the moment we see him.
No, it would have been nice if it was Sahara versus Dorzak as a kind of...
Yeah.
But she just comes across as a bit mad, a bit frenetic in her approach.
Yes. And here we have another actress of note. This is Catherine Lee Scott, who has
Enlighten me.
mostly worked in American stuff, I believe. She was a regular on Dark Shadows. I think she's among the actors who've done Dark Shadows for Big Finish.
Okay.
So, you know, name an American show of the last 30 or 40 years.
Yeah.
Chances are she's been in it.
Thank you, Dr. Russell, for helping my friend.
Of course, they've removed the brain thingy from her brain.
Yes.
She doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know me. A familiar face would be reassuring. Yes, Dad.
Surely they should have asked about the brain thing before they removed it.
No time, no. Gotta get that skull fracture scene too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Dad.
Polystyrene really did a...
Yes, Dad.
Really did a number on her. Her hair still looks great, of course. Didn't touch her hair.
Take her away! Take her away!
I think this sequence is pretty well done, just with these intercuts of Dorzak influencing her.
Yeah.
The Psychons. We should have let them live in peace.
Making her say things that undermine Sahala's position.
Get her away! Get her away! Get her away from me! She killed Clea!
Oh.
Oh, no. She says she didn't. It was all Dorzak.
Who to believe?
Yes. More anaesthetic, that'll do the job.
But Mentor's brilliant intellect was not sufficient. Psychon blew up.
There she was. Gone.
Oh, so they mistakenly killed her?
Well, she served her purpose. She said what Dorzak wanted her to say. Incriminated Sahala.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no!
TBC.
We have to wait a whole week to find out how that ends. Are you going to be able to wait that long?
I think I might be all right, actually.
All right.
Yeah, the tension hasn't built up that much.
No?
No.
But, compared to other second series episodes you've seen so far?
Yeah. There's a bit more interplay going on. A few more tensions, like you say, the sort of arguments and disagreements between the crew of Alpha make it a little bit more compelling.
And do you miss Koenig at all?
Bizarrely, no.
No, it's strange, isn't it? Yeah.
No. Barely even notice his absence.
Yeah. So I think it's good stuff.
Okay.
More again next week.
Yeah. We don't rate it halfway through, do we? That would be
Not
weird.
halfway through, that'd be weird.
Okay.
Unless it goes spectacularly off the rails in the second half.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Then that's the end of this one.
Yeah.
Maybe Richard will come back next week or
I
not.
don't know.
I don't really care, to be honest.
No, I think it worked quite well like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who needs Richard James?
Who needs Richard James?
Not
That's
us.
the new motto of the podcast.
Yeah. Also, Charlotte's motto, funnily enough.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching and listening, Podsterons. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Goodbye.
1. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Spectrum is green.
Oh, you're back, are you?
Welcome back.
Sorry about that, but duty calls. How was it? What did I miss? Space 1999?
Yep.
One of my
Series
favourite series, yeah. Good episode?
I think so.
It was an episode of Space 1999 year 2, so...
Right.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's from
Picking up
that
mixed
point.
messages.
It's from that point, I think, where the show has kind of sorted out what it wants to be again now.
Well, I mean, I've sorted out what I want to be.
And? Is that what you were doing?
I want to be here again next week.
Really? Are you going to bother watching the randomizer?
Yeah, I'll see how I feel.
Well, you've missed the first half of the episode now. It's a foregone conclusion what we're watching next week.
Don't bother.
Yeah.
All right.
Go on,
See you then.
off you pop.
Bye.
That was an Anderson Entertainment production.